Godly Hustle Gang. Woo. Going over every hump. Good morning, 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 good morning. How is everyone doing on this wonderful Wednesday, middle of the week day, hump day? I wasn't even looking at the camera. But good morning, everyone. What y'all got going on? On the smallest road, people want to do the craziest things, like pull all the way off the road. Anywho, I digress. I don't know why my camera is looking grainy. But anyway, good morning, y'all. Just dropped Kamari off to school, and guess what? Guess what? I'm so excited. It's starting to feel like fall outside. Yes, yes, yes. I have been super excited about fall coming. And it is starting to feel a little bit like fall outside. Let me see, it's 72 degrees this morning. It got a little breeze going on out here, and I'm just like, yes, fall weather, fall weather. I don't know, this week traffic has been like crazy in the morning, and that's usually not the case. But anyway, super excited about fall weather coming. This month seemed like it has came and is going by extremely fast, but I wanted to come on this morning and just see, what do you guys do for your morning routine? Let me see. What do you do for your morning routine as far as being prepared for the day mentally? How do you mentally prepare for your day? What I know to be true, because I can only talk about things that I know about. What I know to be true is that anything that you have going on in your life, anything that you've dealt with during the day, when you go to sleep at night, even though you're not consciously thinking about it, you're subconsciously thinking about it. And I know plenty of people have experienced this. Say, like, whole day go through or whatever, you go to bed, and when you wake up, the minute you wake up, your mind picks up right back to all the things that was happening yesterday, everything that you didn't accomplish yesterday, replaying conversations. You know what I'm saying? Your mind picks up right back to where it left off yesterday. And that could be draining. That could be very draining and very tiresome, because I know for myself, it would be like that. Wake up, thoughts pick up right where they left off, and so many times in my head I'd be like, oh my gosh, can you just be quiet and let me just have some peace? So I know I've experienced that before. And so when I did that 30-day challenge, I was waking up every morning between 5:15ish, and just really having a set routine every morning of what I was going to do, spending some quiet time. I don't know how to meditate, which, and I said I wanted to try to learn how to meditate. I did download a free app on my phone with like different little meditating guides. So I do want to learn how to meditate, but what I would do is worship. And I guess worship is a form of meditation. I would either worship, read the Bible, pray, things like that. And it really honestly does help to shift your focus and to clear your mind, to give you like a clean palette or a fresh slate to start the day off with. And so for the past couple of days, I have not been getting up at 5 o'clock, and I hadn't been getting up at 5 o'clock and reading and things like that. Now, on the way to work and on the way to school, we do have I have a routine, me and my son, on the way to school. Every morning when we get in the car, he already know what the business is. We're not turning on no music. No. Go ahead and pray. I let him pray his prayer. I let him pray what he want to pray. And then after he prays, then I'll say a short prayer. And then after I pray, then he has to say 5 affirmations. 5 affirmations. 3 is 3 I give him, and then 2 I let him say. And then the same for myself. At first, for a while, I was only making him do the affirmations. But then one day I was like, you know what, I need to do the affirmations as well. So 5 affirmations every morning. The first one, I have the mind of Christ. The second one, I have the heart of Christ. The third one, I have the spirit of Christ. And then after that, I add my 2, he add his 2. Then after that, if we have time to listen to music, chit chat, or whatever, then we'll do that. But that's our routine when we get in the car. And so, like I said, for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been getting up at 5 o'clock. You know, I'll do the routine in the car, and then throughout the day, of course, I'll read my devotion, drop a prayer here and there. But I wasn't clearing my mind before I started my day. And so, like I said, it could be very tiresome because your thoughts are continuously running, whether you believe it or not. Your thoughts are continuously running. So if you don't file those thoughts properly, like I think of your mind as like I don't know, let's say like a filing system. If you just have stuff jumbled up all over your desk and nothing's properly filed, then like you're jumbled up. You got to rumble through, find stuff, you're jumbled up. But when you learn how to properly address and deal with your thoughts and deal with your emotions, then you'll know what proper place they go in. And that's what worship and meditation and things like that help do. And so this morning, and I've been tired, y'all. I ain't gonna flex, I ain't gonna lie, I have been tired, and that's an easy excuse. That is an easy excuse. Oh Lord, I'm tired. Oh, I went to bed late. Oh this. Oh, I worked 2 jobs. Oh this. Oh that. It's easy to say that you're tired, and I've been tired. And I'm not gonna lie, several mornings I've used that excuse, like, Lord, I'm so tired, I need about 2 more minutes of sleep. You know, I gotta work both jobs today. You know, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But again, it's just an excuse. So this morning I was on it, and I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I didn't have any intentions of getting up at 5 o'clock this morning. I had no intentions when I went to bed last night. My intentions was to wake up this morning, snooze that thing out, then get up and go on about my day. But God. So when my alarm clock went off at 5 o'clock, I was like, okay, let's compromise, Lord. I'm gonna get up at 5:15, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do what I need to do. So surely enough, when 5:15 came back around, I went ahead and got up. I read my devotion for the day, and then I picked up my Bible. I hadn't read my Bible in a couple of weeks either. So I picked up my Bible and I read, what did I read? I read 2 Thessalonians, and I also read 1 Timothy. I read up to chapter 4 in 1 Timothy. And you know what? You always learn something new. So the beginning of 1 Timothy, Paul, which I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm not going to tell you that I'm a Bible scholar. I can't quote things verbatim from the Bible, and a lot of the times I can reference you something, but I don't know exactly where it comes from in the Bible. And so 1 Timothy, and then, we're gonna keep it 100. Okay, 1 Timothy, I thought Timothy was the person writing the book. It's 1 Timothy, so I'm thinking it's Timothy that's writing the book, but Paul is writing the book of 1 Timothy. And so the first couple of chapters, it talks about which I said, after I read it, I was like, is that true, Lord? I mean, even though it's in the Bible, I'm like, is that true? It was talking about in one of the verses, it was talking about that women should be quiet, that women are not the teachers, and which I need to do the research, as far as who Paul was talking to in 1 Timothy, but it was saying that women should be quiet, they shouldn't be the teachers, and they should submit. And then it said that God created Adam first, and then woman second. And it also said that it was the woman that got deceived and not the man. But I was like, and it was just saying that the women should be quiet. And I was like, is that true, Lord? Like, you know, I know everyone has a role to play, but I'm like, I don't know. Give me a breakdown of that, Lord. And then it also made me think of when I was reading Genesis, which, and I absolutely love the book of Genesis. There's so much information from the beginning. And when I read that, when I read 1 Timothy about the woman should be quiet and all of this, and it was the woman that was deceived and it wasn't the man, it made me go back and think about when I read with First Genesis, and I think I had highlighted it. When Eve got deceived. Now, granted, it was Eve that took the first bite of the apple. I see Popo up here. What's up? It was Eve that took the first bite of the apple, but if you read the text, it said that Adam was standing right there. It said Adam was right there. So he got deceived too, you know. So that made me think of that. I'm like, hold on. You said it was the woman that got deceived, but up in Genesis, it clearly states that Adam was right there with Eve, right there with her when she got deceived, when she ate the apple. And obviously he had to have been right there with her if she handed him the apple and he ate it. So I was like, hold on, Lord, give me some more clarification on that. So then Paul went on. Oh, and another thing that Paul said, I was like, yes, Lord, yes. Let me tell you, for anybody, it says that Paul said, y'all, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to remember. My memory don't be the best. And then the Popo right here with his lights on, trying to see what he's trying to do. I don't know. I guess he's just chilling there. So okay, it's several police. I mean, what's going on? Are they looking for somebody? I mean, everybody's at a different corner with their lights on, just sitting. Like, what's going on this morning? They got to be on the lookout for somebody. So anyway, Paul was saying that he was aka ratchet. Okay, Paul said that he was a violent man. He said that it was three things that he said. He said that he was a violent man. See what I'm saying? That's why I'm telling y'all, I'm not a Bible scholar. Read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. What did Paul say? I know he said he was violent. He was three other things. AKA ratchet, didn't have his life together, sinning. So for a lot of people count themselves out. Well, oh, I'm this, so God ain't gonna bless me. Oh, I'm that, God ain't gonna bless me. Paul said that it's because of God. It's because of those things that God worked through him, that he can work through anybody like that. What is God going to do for somebody that's perfect? They got to be looking for somebody. This is the fifth police and then they're all just randomly parked down this street at random spots, and they're all just sitting in their cars with their lights on. They got to be looking for somebody. But Paul said, Paul was saying it's because of those things that I can talk about God and how good he is, because he brought me from those things. So for those who are counting yourselves out, don't. I know so many times like, ooh, I cuss, the Lord ain't gonna bless me. The devil does lie. Oh, I'm making mistakes. The devil does lie. That's why Jesus Christ died on the cross. He died so that we could have life, and that we could have life more abundantly. Jesus was sin free. He took on our sins so that we could live. You know what I'm saying? God, he knew you was gonna be cussing. He knew you was gonna be fornicating. He knew you was gonna be fighting. He knew you was gonna be lying. Like, he knew those things, and that's why he took them. So that we could have life. And I guess I was under the impression that if he took them, that means that I wasn't gonna go through them. No. So anyway, so then he was talking about the deacons and what you need. Talking about the deacons and what are the characteristics of a deacon? What are the characteristics of someone that's going to bear the word or preach the word of God? And I'm not talking about anybody, because none of us are perfect. But when it specified the things that a deacon should, the qualities or the characteristics that a deacon should have, that a pastor or a preacher should have, I was like, ooh, there are several people in these positions that don't have some of these things. And again, look at here, I ain't got no heaven or hell to put nobody in. I ain't trying to judge nobody, but I'm just saying, I was like, oh, the Bible says that in order for you to lead in God's house, that means you have to be a leader in your home. So AKA, you can't lead at church if you can't lead at home, which, and that makes perfect sense. Then it also said, you should be trustworthy. You should you should be trustworthy. People should be able to count on you. People should be able to talk to you. People should be able to approach you. And he broke it down. I was just like, ooh, I wonder how many people are really living by these standards, because, there are a lot of people that want titles. Everybody want a title. I want to be this. I want to be head bishop, archbishop, master deacon. I'm just making up words, but everybody wants these titles, but do you really understand the requirements that come with these titles? Are you fulfilling, what the title has called you to be and what the title has called you to do? So I was reading that, I was just like, oh, okay. So, there's always something that I find in the Bible, and I'm just so grateful for it. So anyway, I went all around the mountain and back just to say that this morning I got up, I read my devotional, I read the Bible, and then I prayed. And it really does set the tone for your day. I'm not saying you have to do it in that order. I'm not saying that you have to do any of those things that I've done. But what are you doing to start your day off with a clear mind, with a clear conscience, so that you're able to, press forward in the day, because it's a new day. It's a whole new day full of new opportunities, new beginnings, new blessings. So how are you starting your day? Are you starting your new day with old stuff? Are you starting your new day with yesterday's stuff, last week's stuff? Are you giving your new day a chance to be new? Or are you just bringing all your stuff from all the other days that you haven't dealt with? Okay, this woman keeps getting out of her car and looking at me like, what's up, boo? What's up? I'm just talking to the cam. But are you giving your new day an opportunity to be a new day? So anyway, leave me some comments down below. How do you guys start your day off? What are some of the things that you like to do? Are there any kind of routines that you like to do? Anything that stands out the most, that you do, anything that you would like to share? So definitely leave those down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up. And of course, if you have not subscribed to the channel, I would absolutely love it for you to subscribe. I'm about to go ahead and get my boogie on because it's Wednesday, meeting day. Need to be to work on time. I have my breakfast, I have my lunch. So your girl's feeling really good today. All right, love you guys. See you in the next video.